this bill will protect us, protect our children, protect our families, protect our future, because this is not the future of the country I want to be in anyway, or the state I want to be in. So, in the spirit of the legislative session, I feel like I want to speak into things a little bit and encourage people to get involved, and maybe explain why getting involved is very important. I'm speaking to the church. Let's go, church. Let's do something different, right? You know what I mean? We've got some worship going on up there, but we also have other stuff going on in Austin. What do we got going on in Austin? We have bills. And what does a bill mean? I think a bill means your future. What happens out of that bill? And so it is we know that words mean things. Christ. We have a Bible. I love my Bible. It's always close by. No matter where I go, it's falling apart, but I love it. But words mean things. So I want to call this no-brainer bills. That's what we're going after. No-brainer bills. I mean, this is a no-brainer. If this bill does not get passed, that's a good measure of how we're doing as a church, how we're doing as a nation. And so this is my, and full disclaimer, this is my opinion. I believe this. I feel this deeply. So, I hope you believe this deeply too. And if you don't believe this deeply, it's fine. This is a wrong bus. You got another bus to get on. Because this is seriously, these are no-brainer bills. And I want to speak into one today. It's absolutely a no-brainer. My friend, Hillary Hicklin, House District 55. I'm gonna have to wear glasses from time to time because I'm that kind of guy. But so she filed a bill, House HB 1549. I call it a no-brainer bill. And let me just kind of work it backwards. It's a no-brainer bill. I'm gonna give you the title, the bill title though, or the kind of what it's about. It's sale of obscene devices, basically, in public places. I'm going to give you a nice, easy equation there. But before I even get into the whole bill itself, it's funny because I was, before I even was aware of this bill getting filed and knowing that Hillary was going to file it, I was at, I want to say one of the pharmacies. I don't know which one it was. I don't even remember. But we were in line at the pharmacy, and there's you check out and then you stand in line, and in that line my son, who's 15, and my daughter 12, and my whole family was there. My wife and me were all standing there, and I'm not paying any mind. I'm just doing what dads do, pay no mind. And my son looks over, and we're standing next to, I guess this bill is referring to obscene devices. So I'm going to use that word. And it's a no-brainer word because I will tell you, when you see an obscene device, you know what it is. So I don't need to explain, I don't need to describe it, I don't need to name it. We know what obscenity looks like as Christians. We know what obscenity is, and we know what is public and private, and we know those things. And my son was sitting right next to some very obscene things in a very public place, with my 12-year-old daughter sitting right next to us. So I don't know. I was shocked, but I didn't necessarily know what to do at that point. It just kind of, okay. Took a breath and got my family out of there after we were done. That being said, I come to find out Hillary files this bill, and so I'm really, really excited about it because I really honest, no brainer. Those obscene devices don't need to be next to anything in a public store like CVS or Walgreens or whoever. I'm not saying anybody specific, but they don't need to be there next to Elmo's stickers for kids. They don't need to be there. It's a no-brainer. It's not a freedom thing. It's nothing to do with that. And so let me dig into the bill just a little bit, and then and I'll just tell you, man, the exciting part is if we get this right, September 1st, 2025, which is a little bit down the road, this bill will protect us, protect our children, protect our families, protect our future, because this is not the future of the country I want to be in anyway, or the state I want to be in. So we want to do things better. So that being said, let me get into it a little bit. It's House Bill 1549, and I'll post the information so you can see that. But it's talking about obscene devices. And here's what I like. it doesn't define obscene devices. Obscene devices are already defined by penal codes. And so if you notice, words mean stuff. So right here it says this is a penal code that says what obscene devices. We're not trying to make up what it is. It's by law. We know what obscene devices are. It's no question. The law already has stated it. We don't need to guess. You know what I mean? And then it also goes into talking about what sexually oriented businesses are. So the words, once again, are right here. We don't need to make it up. Those are by local government code, which is right here. So code. So we could actually look up what the code is in both areas, and that's the law. That's the law, what it is. So why are we finding obscene things in public places? It's weird because there is technically law there, but I guess when you find an error or a hole in the law, you have to plug it. And that's what Hillary's doing. She's plugging a hole so that our children don't have to be seen by this. Because, we would think that this wouldn't be an issue, but it's absolutely an issue. It's like it's an issue. And you must have a law to say cut it out, because there's obviously the lack of love. People feel that they want to. I don't know why society wants to put this in people's faces. I'm not that guy to guess. I'm just the guy to kind of say, no, I don't want it, don't do it. So that being said, let me read a little bit about this section. It says, sale of obscene devices restricted. A business in this state may not offer for sale, or hold for sale an obscene device unless the business is a sexually oriented business operating in accordance with what it says, chapter 102. So in other words, there's law that says how this works and structure and so forth. Nobody's confused. The fact that we have to do this is confusing to me, but whatever. It is that's how this works for eternity. It's how it was beginning into now. And so it is what it is. So, and then it has enforcement. It says, hey, if you get this wrong, if you get it wrong, there's penalties, $5,000 penalties and so forth. So I think that's fair. Don't get me wrong. It's a debatable bill. You get up there and you can talk about the merits and how to make it work and function. We don't want obscene things in our kids' faces. So let's have that conversation. And the best part, once again, September 1st, 2025, we could have this as a law that protects us, protects our children. So how do we get this bill passed? Hillary's filed it. What next? And that's the question. And so what we need to do is, as Christians, is keep our eye on the ball. The ball is, where is this bill? What's it doing? How's it moving? So I will track the bill. And there's other bills, but I'm going to give an example of what I want him to do. So I'm going to do that. This is a no-brainer bill. So if you don't even, I don't know. I was talking to somebody about this bill, and they were bringing the freedom side of an equation, I guess. Free exercise of such and so forth. And we talked about that, but look, then we're doing the exact same. We are free exercising as Christians to say no. So you free exercise one, we free exercise the other, and let's see who stands firm in the end, because I know who it is. It's not them, it's us. So if we don't get up and do that, what are we doing? So I'll do it for us if you're not there, but I'm going to Austin, and I'm going to make sure this bill gets passed, or I'm going to do my best to do it. So, if September 1st, 2025 comes around and this bill does not get passed, or some version of this bill does not get passed, or the spirit of the bill does not get passed, then who are we? This is a no-brainer bill. I'm not who we are if that's what happens. No problem with that. I still keep on going. So I just speak this bill. Who wants to go to Austin, meet Hillary? She'd love to tell you about what she's doing. I'll take you there. We go, and then we worship after, and so that's the best part. So we could do all of that in Jesus' name. That's all I gotta say.